I am sitting in the beautiful, majestic, sacred valley in Peru. I want to share something that I believe every woman needs to experience at least once in their life. This week, I did Wachuma San Pedro 2 times. I had 2 ceremonies, and I have experienced next level heart opening, expanded my capacity to receive to a level I didn't even know was possible, deep healing in my heart. And today I want to share my experience with you and hopefully inspire you to maybe do it yourself. So first, what is Wachuma? Wachuma is also called San Pedro. It's the sacred father. Ayahuasca is the sacred mother. San Pedro is the sacred father. It comes from a cactus. It's plant medicine. The active compound in it is mescaline. When you take Wachuma in a ceremony, it creates emotional release, opens your heart, heals your heart. There's a myriad of beautiful benefits to taking Wachuma in a sacred ceremony with somebody that's experienced, full of wisdom, that can guide you through this ceremony. This is not something you do for fun. This is a deep spiritual experience, and you have to be here and do it for the right reasons. Wachuma is deeply grounding, heart-opening. I've said that before, I'm gonna say it again. It brings you in a state of deep introspection. It's very different than ayahuasca. If you've ever tried ayahuasca or mushroom, it's very different. I think the three of them are completely different. You cannot compare any of them. I personally have done ayahuasca 4 times in my life. The first time was 10 years ago when I was 25 years old, and I had a beautiful experience. It was completely life-changing. I loved my first ayahuasca experience. It was the most potent. It led me to have more confidence, heal my body, create a business, quit the corporate world. It was great. It was great. After my last ayahuasca ceremony, I felt complete with ayahuasca. My last one was maybe in 2021. I told myself I would only do plant medicine again, surrounded by soul family, because I'm very sensitive. I wanted to only do it with soul family if I was going to do it again. And when I learned about this retreat that was hosted by my bestie Aveyah and her soul sister Daniela, who I feel is a dear soul sister to me now, it was a full body fuck yes. You know what I mean? I was, yes, all in for this retreat where I knew I was going to do San Pedro twice with soul family. And to me, it was very important that the environment is like pristine. And I fully trusted Daniela. I'll leave her Instagram down below if you ever feel called to doing Wachuma. She knows all the people in the Sacred Valley. She can guide you to the right people. She is a true grounded Wachumeta. You know what I mean? She's amazing. She's amazing. I'm so happy I got to experience Wachuma for the first time with her. How I would compare Chuma to ayahuasca is completely different. Ayahuasca is the sacred mother, Wachuma is the sacred father, and I didn't understand at first why Wachuma was the father but was heart-opening. In my head it was like, should be the mother if it's heart-opening. But after 20 minutes high on the substance, I understood. I really understood. I was like, oh, this makes sense. If you want to expand your capacity to receive, you gotta be penetrated by energy to be able to open and receive, right? And that's the sacred father energy. That's how I would describe it. That's how is my experience with San Pedro. So my intentions doing this. When you do a plant medicine ceremony, you always want to be very clear on your intention. You don't do this for fun, you do this for like a deep spiritual experience. For me, my intentions were very simple. I had 2 simple intentions: opening my heart to a level I've never experienced before, and healing my heart. Because if you want to open more, you got to heal what's in the way, right? What's creating resistance or friction or blockages in your heart. And for me, it was healing some sadness and pain from past relationship, fully healing my heart in order to welcome new love into my life. And I can say that I fully answered my intention beyond. Beyond. like fully answered my intention, way beyond that. So what actually happened? What did we do? You can do Wachuma in different settings. There's different types of ceremonies. The one we did with Daniela is on a mountain, the most majestic, beautiful mountain in the Sacred Valley. This mountain, man, oh my God. I will insert some clips here because, and I feel even the clips do not render justice to the beauty of this mountain. By far the most beautiful mountains I've seen in my life, with the little alpacas and cows going around. It was magical. We were all day in a truly magical scenery. Basically, we would get on the mountain, drink the medicine in ceremony, then hike and walk around the mountain, going to 4 different altars. That was like the structure of the ceremony. We would do 4 different altars and hike the mountain all day from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. or something until sunset. We would be in the mountain and enjoy the nature, the scenery, and Pachamama a la max while being on the medicine. You could do the medicine in just a garden or another type of setup, but we were on the mountains. And to be honest, I feel being on the mountain really brought the experience to another level. I am so happy I experienced it that way. And if you are able to hike and go around all day, I would definitely recommend doing it outside in nature, because Wachuma has a way of helping you deepen your relationship to nature, to Pachamama, to feel one with the earth. I had a phase in my experience where I felt one with the moss, one with the rocks, one with the streams of water and little cascade and rivers on the mountain, the alpacas. Like, I fell in love with all the little alpacas running around. It was truly magical. And I think the connection to Pachamama it's an amazing lesson and beauty of doing Wachuma in nature, in an outside environment. Okay, so I'm gonna do my best to explain what I receive from the experience in words, but I already know the words will not equivalent will not render justice to like the potency of the experience. I feel there's no words I could use to define this experience. It's like you have to experience it yourself. That's how potent the experience of this plant medicine is. So I took almost one dose in the first ceremony, and the second ceremony I took, I would say, probably closer to 2 doses. It was definitely stronger. I felt it much stronger. I loved both ceremonies. They were very, very different. There's definitely potency in doing it more than once. I enjoyed my 2 ceremonies very, very much. You can have some unpleasant symptoms when you're taking plant medicine. I remember when I was doing ayahuasca, every time I did ayahuasca, every time I would drink the medicine, I would purge, like have it like clean purge, like bleh. Every time I would drink 1 dose of ayahuasca. Wachuma was the same thing for me. There was no diarrhea or anything, just I would take it, feel a little nauseous, purge, and then I would feel great. Some people don't even feel nausea, some people don't even purge. It depends where's your relationship with Wachuma at? How are you feeling in your body? Daniela, or Wachumeta, she was like drinking, no nausea, no purging. She's like the queen of the queen. She didn't need to purge, but a couple of us definitely had to purge. But what I loved is that once you purge, because I'm somebody who despises nausea, it's like I do not like to be nauseous. So I really like that after the purge, which took maybe 30 minutes after taking the dose, 45 minutes to an hour, purge, then no nausea at all. That was great. So then I spent the full day with 0 nausea. That was great. I did not take subsequent doses. Some people do. You can at every altar. We have 4 altars. You could take another dose at every altar. Personally, I was good with the first dose. I'm very sensitive and I was feeling exquisite. I didn't feel the need to take another dose, but some people did and had marvelous experiences. It really depends where you're at, you know. Follow your intuition, follow your guidance. You do you, you do you. So the meat of this video is, what did I receive from the experience? The first thing I received that I just mentioned is deep connection with the earth, with Pachamama. I feel now I want to go back to my life and be more in nature often, do more hiking, really take time to connect to the earth and nature around us. I feel that's like so important. And when you live in the city or in the suburb, even when I was living in Costa Rica, I did not go hiking that often. I was more of a beach girl. But there's something so potent about hiking and trees, and I really connected to Pachamama in a new way. It's like deep inside of me now, and I can't go back. I can't go back. I fell in love with Pachamama. Yeah, it's a beautiful love story with the moss, with the rocks, with the water, the streams, the animals. We live in a majestic world. Sometimes we forget, you know, sometimes we forget. We're so busy in our world. Pachamama has so much medicine for us. It's so grounding, it's so calming, peaceful. There's a lot of things you can do for your own little stress and anxieties of your day-to-day life, but nature is free. It's really powerful. One of my big lessons is all about nature and being more in nature and how healing it is. Another major lesson for me is about receiving, feeling open to receive. Wachuma has a way of it's like you're feeling your heart on a day-to-day basis, but on Wachuma, it's like you feel your heart and you receive so much, be it from nature, God, the masculine around you. It's like you're so open to receive that it can become overwhelming, like, oh my God, oh my God. And if you're not surrendered to the experience and ready to open, it can get uncomfortable. Like, there was definitely some people that got uncomfortable with the amount of receiving and opening what Wachuma was providing. But I loved it. I loved it. You know how I'm all for my feminine energy and my heart, and I just feel as a woman, our natural essence thrives on receiving. Wachuma is going to bring that on crack, you know. It's like receiving on crack. It is beautiful. It's hard to put in words. It's really hard to put in words, but the receiving part is absolute bliss. It's absolute bliss. It's only making me want to be even more in my feminine energy, to receive even more from life, men, God, nature, from myself, because the more you want to receive from life, that's another lesson that I felt deeply. You got to receive yourself. If you can't even receive your own feelings, your own heart, your own love for yourself, you will not be able to receive what life has to offer you. And if you want to be the most radiant version of yourself, you gotta learn to receive yourself deeply. It's so important. It's essential. Wachuma brought that to another level for me, and I will carry that going forward in my life. Probably need a couple reminders here and there, you know, as with everything. I'm so excited to go back to my normal life with this new awareness and understanding of heart opening and receiving. I definitely had a moment of heart healing some sadness, some pain, where I cried for a bit. I don't know how long that was, but for a good, I feel 5-10 minutes, I had a little breakdown and I cried and I released some past hurts and sadness that were stuck in my heart area. That felt really good. I felt much lighter after. Any suppressed emotions in the body, I feel on Wachuma will come to the surface to be felt and to be released, let go. That felt really, really good. That release for me was on the first ceremony after maybe 2-3 hours. Yeah, it felt really good, and I was being held with my soul sisters, my dear friend Aveyah, my friend Charla. They were holding me and massaging me, and I was just crying in their arms. It was a beautiful, beautiful moment of the ceremony. Another big lesson was around love, how love is the highest frequency, and ultimately ultimately, I think all of us want to feel more love in our lives, more love for ourselves, more love for others. And for that, we got to be that embodiment of love. I feel I've been a good amount of embodiment of love in my life for my friends and family. But now I feel it's like I'm open to another level because I felt another level. There's so much love available to us. Daniela is a beautiful embodiment of love as well. It gave me a new reference point of what love is and how I want to create more love in my life and how it starts with me. I think it's easy to complain about others, but it always starts with us. The more we are an embodiment of love, the more we will receive more love into our lives. But it starts with us. So do we have enough level of self-responsibility? Are we taking full accountability to be that embodiment of love in order to receive more love in our lives? That's definitely a big lesson I had. Another lesson was around one of my biggest wounds is around I'm not good enough. That's always been a big wound that comes from my childhood. I definitely received a lot on my first ceremony around that and how I'm already so full of wisdom and I can already help a lot of people to move through their own challenges in their life. All the I'm not good enough narrative or I'm not perfect enough, it's so irrelevant. God, universe, call it whatever you want to call it, never expected us to be perfect. We're not meant to be perfect. I don't know where that came from, but like perfection is not fun. It's not trustworthy. People love seeing your human messy side and your shadows and your vulnerable side more than they want to see the perfect side of you. And I definitely feel like I want to be more vulnerable online and share more of like the raw moments, the messy human side. I'm definitely gonna do more of that on here, on this YouTube channel. Stay tuned for that. My last big lesson was around boldness of my desires. Anything is possible in life. I felt like a godly, powerful woman that can literally create anything I want in my life. There's so much available to us, but it starts here. It starts with the belief in ourselves, the belief we can create the life we want to create, be able to receive from life all our deepest desires. And I truly believe it's possible. Anything is possible. Like anything. And I felt so powerful. And I was like, wow. There's so much available to us. I'm so excited for life and to go back to creation mode after this beautiful, I've been on a 6 weeks traveling journey across Bali and Peru. I'm going home next week and yeah, I'm ready to create, to embody that new version of myself that is more bold and confident. And yeah, that was definitely a very good lesson. Very good codes I got on the mountain on Wachuma. Like, I see it as, we have our spiritual body, our emotional body, our physical body, and all of those. There's so much more possible than what we think is possible, that we know is possible. Our body can thrive with so much vitality than we know is possible. Our emotional body, our heart can be open to a level we don't even know is possible. Our spiritual body, our capacity to receive from God, from our intuition, our creativity, our channel, can be more powerful than we think is possible. It's like I just saw how on every level, there's so much more possible than what we think is possible. At least what I think is possible. And I think a lot of people think that way too. It was very eye-opening. It was beautiful. So now my honest recommendation. Would I recommend everyone to do Wachuma? What kind of woman would benefit from this? I literally feel like any woman who desires to open their heart more, to expand their capacity to receive, and I truly think every woman out there could use some of that. Just saying. If you desire that, I absolutely would recommend doing plant medicine like this. A sacred ceremony of San Pedro Huachuma, I would absolutely recommend it. If you are ready to open, to surrender to the medicine, to expand, to take full responsibility for yourself and where you're at in your life, I would definitely recommend it. If you don't feel that way, then don't do it. the desire has to match. You know what I mean? If your desire is matching that, absolutely trust your intuition, trust yourself, and try it. Try it. You can find, I know there's a lot of Wachuma retreats, or you can find some facilitators that are doing private retreats. There's different types of ceremonies you can have. I'll leave Daniela's Instagram down below if you ever feel the call to do a ceremony for yourself and you would love to be directed in some direction. I did this video today to hopefully inspire you in wanting to deepen your relationship with your heart and open more. I hope I succeeded a little bit and you're feeling more inspired. Let me know in the comments if you're feeling more inspired. I would love to know how you're feeling about this. If you're nervous, scared, open book over here. Please leave a comment and I will see you for the next video.